welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to share with you my bottle and formula feeding baby tips. My first tip is to not make warm bottles. Like, babies like what they get used to. So if you're making warm bottles all the time, that's what they're going to want. But you can serve baby milk at room temperature, especially if you're using one of the pre-made formula cans, because you could just tip that straight in the bottle, which does make life a lot easier when you're out and about. My next tip is to get one of these little formula storage pots. This is a Dr. Brown's one, but I think you can get different makes. I just found this was so easy to put in my bag rather than taking a big formula pot with me, especially if I was just going to my mum's for the day. It's got 3 compartments, so you can fill up 3 feeds. You literally just take the lid off, fill up your compartments with your measured out feed, and then when you put the lid on, you can twist it to each compartment and just literally tip it in your bottle when you're ready. So everything's pre-measured. It just makes life so much easier. Night prep. I think that's the most important thing when you're bottle feeding. Like, when you're tired and you've got to get up for those night feeds, you do not want to be looking for bottles, trying to put them together, measuring out formula. You just want to come down, make that bottle and get back to bed, get to sleep as quickly as you can. So the night before, I'd always try and have my bottle out ready, all made up, so I didn't have to find all the bits. This is when that little pot comes in handy again, because I'd have my formula already measured out, so it was easy to just tip straight into my bottle. And my next tip, what I'm going to tell you, is how to make the perfect temperature bottle quickly. So the way I make my bottles is very similar to the Tommy Tippy prep machine. I will add a shot of boiling hot water, add my formula powder, mix that up so that it sterilises the milk, and then I will add cold water to make the perfect temperature bottle. Once Olivia was 6 months, I could use cold water straight from the tap, because in England the NHS says that it's safe for your babies to have tap water from 6 months. So that's what I've been doing recently. Sorry, Olivia's making so much noise by my feet. But before Olivia was 6 months, at every feed I'd make a separate bottle of fresh boiled water that I'd put in the fridge. So by the time I came to make her next bottle, I'd have cool boiled water ready to go. If I was popping out to do some errands and I knew that Olivia might need feeding within an hour or so of being out, what I'd do is actually make my bottle before I went out, but I would make it a bit hotter, and then I would just put it in one of these bottle warmer bags. That would keep it warm enough while I was out, but it would still cool down. So by the time she actually needed it in about an hour, it would be cool enough for me to feed her, and it meant I didn't have to find a restaurant or anywhere to warm up a bottle or make a bottle. My next tip is to just use one brand of bottle. When you've got a hungry baby and you're trying to make a bottle quick, the last thing you want to be doing is going to your steriliser, trying to match up different teats and rings and bottles, where if you've just got one brand, know that everything fits all, you can just make your bottle up so quickly. One of my biggest tips if you're using bottles is to leave your bottles to soak after you've used them. So when I got up in the morning, I'd always used to fill my utility room sink with warm soapy water, and that used to be my bottle station. But what I found is, if after you've used your bottles, if you just give them a rinse out and leave them to soak, they don't go hard and crusty, and milk doesn't sort of dry onto it. So come in the evening, when I used to give them all a proper wash before I put them in the steriliser, they would just wash up so easily. You barely had to do anything. Another really quick tip is your formula storage. Now, we used to use Actimilk, which is great because the box it came in was a storage pot in itself. Yet when we moved over to the HIP organic milk, it comes in packets with a box, and it's not really that user friendly. However, I found on their website they do their own storage pot. So you can just buy this off their website. So yeah, you've just got a plastic container. I think someone wants her milk. But what's really good is then in the lid, you've got the scooper storage, and you've got also the little scraper bit on the side of the inside of the pot as well. So it just makes it a lot easier. And my last tip is to use these MAM self-sterilising bottles. If you follow my vlogs or what Olivia eats in a day, you know that I absolutely love these bottles. You literally unscrew the bottom, fill it with 20 ml of water, put your teat in, your bottle on top, then the lid on, put it in the microwave for 3 minutes, done. How easy is that? I just want to say that I hope this video doesn't turn into a judgment on how I or anyone else feeds their baby. I did try breastfeeding, I tried expressing, we moved on to formula. That's what worked best for us. Fed is best. However you choose to feed your baby, it's your choice as a parent. But because we have formula fed and use bottles, I thought I'd just share my tips. But that's it from us. Thank you so much for watching. This one wants her milk now, so we'll see you again soon. Bye!
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock.